Journey, the route I take, my distance traveled has not been fast, quick. This time is mine to take. I am taking my time. But the result is a starting or an ending point of truth, going toward the unseen. I don't need to be like them because my faith, my lane is my own to struggle, my own to balance, my own to hold, my own to wait, to rest, to be still and know. These actions I am most willing to take, for the road I must travel, the path I must make open and make clear. My journey, this journey is crawled to walk and is no longer uncertain. It is on purpose. I am on purpose and not. It has been worth every single effort, mine and mine alone. This journey, my journey isn't yours. I grew up believing lowercase h hope is something longed for, something unseen. Lowercase h hope is to desire, to want, and to expect. Lowercase h hope is also a saving help. And finally, that believing the lowercase h hope is something good that will happen. I have also learned that to hope against hope is to want something that's not warranted, want something that's not really feasible, want something that can't, a situation that might not give itself to prove. But to hope is and also that hope is that thing you give up before you give up everything. Who am I? I'm an educator, I'm a creator, I'm a mover, I'm a motivator, I'm a writer, I'm a choreographer, I'm a filmmaker, I'm a director, I am all the things, #all the things. And I've decided that all of these things are me. All of these things are hope, full of hope. And if I know that, then I can work and I can move forward, and I guess that's what the work is about. So here it comes. The work that's the movement part of the work. I believe, as a choreographer, as a dancer, and as a dance maker, that movement is abstract. There is no one specific movement for the word love or anger or worried or joy. All of this could be love and anger and worried or joy. It just depends on how we do it. Is that love or is that anger? Is this worried? Is this joy? It's all the same gesture. So if movement is abstract, how do we then define our narrative within that space? The everyday gestures filled with emotion are the things that aid us in how we speak and explain and define ourselves from day to day. So as we are living and moving beings, as moving artists, we are called to express in ways other people can't. We show feelings and emotions through our movement. But when we put the movements together step by step, they need to still make sense. They need to feel good. I think they should feel good in the body. I think they should feel good, or at least feel like it makes sense, right? Like sometimes as dancers, we're like, make that make sense. But I also do that thing, Martina will tell you, I like to drop on one. That doesn't make sense, but it does, to me, the idea gets passed. So Dolores Brown said to me once, you don't have to have a plot to have a purpose. And so I love that, but then I think, the main takeaway is then what is the purpose? What has added to the movement to carry a plotless narrative from point A to point B? In times of forgiveness, I often feel that the only way I can be liberated through an existing type of sense of liberation, then maybe I will find inside the deepness in my most vulnerable place. I can then be free, and then in my freedom, I'll give some forgiveness in my most vulnerable and expensive thoughts, expensive mind, expensive heart, expensive. My time is not free, but when I liberate and come from all the things, then maybe I will see and experience and experience and experience and experience and experience and experience a liberation, a vulnerability, a freedom, a peace. I said it anyway. Peace. So it meant nothing, and now we've given it some context, right? Yeah. When there's so much to say, why does it take me so long to say it? When that thing, finds its way, its path to freedom, something standing in the way prohibits it. Again, stops it from becoming clear. It's blocked. I'm blocked, stuck in another same place again. Again, the answer is there. It's so close I can see it. Seems like I can reach it, but as soon as I make any effort to do so, try to get closer, it's gone again, like my will to be better. Some days the race is easy, quick. My competition, me, is forgiving, not pushing, so I can see the light, the tunnel, the end. But then other days I stand behind lines and rows of distrusting me or discouraging me or why even try it me. And then the me who wants it so badly gives in and sits back down. But with so much to say and so much of me, the fears, the doubts, and the uncomfortable parts added in are what make me who I am. Yes, how do I then move them and shift them and redesign the line, the one that is constantly drawn, the one that separates me from me, when me gets in the way, when I have so much to say.
No, I'm not quick to jump to conclusions. I see you and I hear you. Your words and actions matter. You are so quick to change from right and not to like and to like. I am right or wrong, all at the same time. When you show little or no regard for my feelings and choose not to see both sides of the circumstance, how can I allow you to get away with anything? You say you love me, you're saying you're proud of me, and dare I choose to stand up for me and disagree? Now what kind of peace is that?
Love? What is that type of love? Which is the question for this whole piece. And then the piece itself, this work, this dance theater work itself, will try to unpack what my relationship with that word is, which is dysfunction, which is living in place where people slap and hug you, but like right after the other, because they want to let you know how they feel, because I'm just for your own good kind of love. That doesn't work for me anymore. Right. I've outgrown that. And then the love that I have for myself, the standards that I have for myself, all of these things are being unpacked, and I don't have a choice. And the new word that I'm using with the young people that I'm teaching is not be authentic. It's to be true. And if I'm not true, then it's not true. Yeah. Today, true is different from tomorrow's true. The step is still on 8. The true, but the feeling is different, right? Right, Danny? Like the step is still the step, but the feeling is different, and that part is what I'm trying to make sure is clear.
I don't know you, Mahogany, but I know from Hope how closely the two of you have worked together. And I was so struck when you were showing us what you were doing, that basically we were hearing your inner life in many parts. Yes. In many parts, like a conversation in your head is what I felt, And then we were seeing that conversation in your head when the movement would come in, which is really so incredibly interesting. And then I wondered, as I was watching it broken up into these parts, just even dramatically, are these all, they're parts of you, as you said, right? But are they also people in your lives?
Oh, they are.
I mean,
people.
It reminded me of something you once said to me, I don't know, or in the, when we were talking at CBA, about, oh, that's my mother. Right? I can't remember the expression. Oh, God's got it or something,
God's
right?
Got it.
God's got it.
My mother is so, I told her, I was like, ooh, hashtag oversaved. Like, but I believe what she believes. I'm not just saying that she taught me and I'm a mimic, right? So I like to use this analogy. We, as babies, before we even learn how to see it, we are told 2 + 2 is 4, right? So 2 + 2 is 4, and then all of a sudden we go to school and the person in the front of the room tells us the same thing our parents told us, 2 + 2 is 4. So we see that 2 + 2 is 4, we believe them, we don't necessarily know it yet. But then all of a sudden we can see that 2 apples and 2 oranges make 4 things, not just 4 apples. You know what I mean? So all of a sudden now I know it without a shadow of a doubt. That's how I feel about my faith, but I don't always like the direction my faith takes me in. And that's the part that's different from my mama, because she just went, oh, I don't feel well. Oh, don't claim it. What do you mean? I have a temperature. Like there's no way around the fact that I'm sick, right? Or just no matter what, like even, no, you're laughing, but it's true. It's like, no weapon formed against. Like I believe that, And I also feel something else. So I'm living a different kind of faith. And the only way I can say that is not that it is not true, not that it's not, what she brought me up, but I feel like she should be proud of what she's taught me. But now that I can see people and everybody and everything through my eyes and not hers, because all her prayer is not going to get me anywhere. It will cover me, but I still have to know it. So I'm not going to walk, and I also don't walk around with the Jesus t-shirt on. And my aunt said this the other day. I don't walk around with that on because I might go off brand. That part, right? Right. So if I don't, got it? Turn right now. Yeah. So, so I just have to make sure I'm living the best me I can live, which means that my stuff is written on my back. When I walk away, you see my attributes, not because I'm telling them to you. And I'm a mess. Ooh, baby. Hot mess.
You're a good
Hot
mess.
Hope.
You're a good mess.
Thank you.
So how do you work with that? I mean, how do the two of you work? I mean, with not with the mess, but well, sure,
No,
with the mess,
with the mess too,
but
too.
with all the voices and all the people.
Even
and
today,
and
she walked in, right? Like, y'all come over here. She walked in like on. She knew. She was like, no matter what, it goes right in. Like so the thing that you heard the last bit with all the questions, what does that mean? Where were you? What? She was like, oh, you should say what after. What do you mean? You should say what to fill the space. So it's like, what do you want them to know? What? That's her. What do you want them to say? What? What do you want them to know about you? What? She was like, you should say what right after because you should fill the space. She didn't ask me. She's like, you should say it. We were like, okay. And then we did it, and we were like, oh, yeah, thanks. Because there's something that's not, I can't direct all of this. I can't see outside of myself. And so when you trust someone enough to say, try that. But I also get that from them, too. I feel like, I kind of feel like I should. That's the theater part that dance needs to embrace as well. Yeah. Because now I don't buy the always what's my motivation. Just do the step, right? And then we'll find the motivation later. Apparently, Mr. Ailey said, do it now, learn it later, right? But I do believe that they get to say something that we don't often get in dance. We are just told to do it. And I believe there's more of that in that.
I totally agree.
Right? Yeah.